Hey guys, it's Hamza. In today's video, I'm going to explain rate limiting in C# and how to implement it. So let's get started. So, have you ever wondered how websites prevent abuse and handle massive traffic? Or ever hit that annoying too many requests error? Well, that's rate limiting in action. And today I will show you how to implement the fixed window rate limiting strategy in .NET step by step. So, let's dive in. Okay, why do we need rate limiting? First, preventing abuse and DDoS attacks. What I mean is without rate limiting, an attacker could overwhelm your server with too many requests, causing downtime or degraded performance, for example. Second, reducing server load and improving performance. What I mean is uncontrolled traffic spikes can crash a server or degrade performance. And also, rate limiting allows system to handle requests more predictably and reduce unnecessary load. Third, enhancing security. For example, it helps prevent credential stuffing attacks, where attackers try multiple username and password combinations. And also protects against brute force attacks by limiting the number of authentication attempts. Okay, in rate limiting, we've got 4 different strategies we can use. But today I'm going to cover fixed window. So we've got fixed window, sliding window, and token bucket and leaky bucket. Okay, one of the simplest way to implement rate limiting is using the fixed window strategy. So let's see how to do it. Okay, first I'm going to create a directory. I'm going to call it extensions. Okay, and then I'm going to create a static class. I'm going to call it rate limiter extension. Okay. Okay, now let's define our custom rate limiter extension method. So since we want to extend iService collection, we will use an extension method. Okay, this method is static because extension method must be static. It takes iService collection as a parameter, which allows us to add rate limiting configurations to the dependency injection container. Now we need to add the rate limiter. So I'm going to services, add rate limiter. And here we need to define the options. Okay, so I'm going to, okay, first we need to define the rejection status code. So it's options.rejection status code. Okay, I'm going to return 429, which is too many requests. Sorry. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me give it a comment. Okay, that's good. And now we need to define the policies. Okay, so first I'm going to give it a policy name. It's fixed. And then I'm going to give it limit options. That will be good. Or limiter options. Okay, that's amazing. So now I'm going first with, let me fix this error. Okay, we add this here. Okay, that's good. Okay, first I'm going to define limiter options, the permit limit, which defines the number of requests that the user is allowed to do per window. So then I'm going to define the time of the window. Okay, so window equal the time span. We're going to use seconds, so 10 seconds is a good choice. Okay, and here I'm going to define the queue limit. Okay, so queue limit, I'm going to put it, for example, let's say 2. Okay, that's great. And now we need to return the services. Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, we still have an error here. Oh, okay, we forgot to add static class, sorry. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, now we need to apply our custom rate limiter configurations. So we need to register it in dependency injection container. Okay, so I'm going to add custom rate limiter. Okay, that's good. And now that we have registered our rate limiter, we need to apply it in the request pipeline. Okay, so I'm going to app.UseRateLimiter. Okay, now to monitor or debug our rate limiter, we need to enable logging. So in the app settings.json file, I added this line under log level. Okay. Okay, here in the controllers, we need to add an attribute. So I'm going to enable rate limiting, and we should give it a policy name, which we defined before, which is fixed. So now our controller is ready to be limited.
Okay, here in Postman, I'm going to create a new request, and I'm going to paste my API in the header. Okay, and I'm going to give it a name, for example, get all plates. Let's try to test it. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to save the request, and then I'm going to create something called run collection. Okay, so I'm going to choose my API endpoint or the request I created before, which is get all plates, and then I'm going to give it iterations, for example 15 iterations and a delay of 100 milliseconds. Okay, that's good. Let's try to run it. Okay, the first 5 iterations are working just good. They are giving 200, which is okay. But the iteration 6, which is we exceed the limit of request we put before, so it giving running request. Okay, it should give running request. So if we want to get a status code return, we can do it by doing a little small thing here, which is changing the queue limit to 0 instead of 2. Okay, so let's run it again and see the results. Okay, let's move to Postman now and try to run again our collection. Okay, let's stop it here. Okay, here the first 5 iterations are giving 200, which is okay. But then when the request exceed the limit we put it before, it returned 429, which is too many requests. That's for today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Keep coding, keep learning. See you.